Okay, here we go again. I have another thrift store something. This one's a tray. I paid $1.99. The purpose of this video is I want to try out another sampling. This is the same type of paper that I tried out yesterday. Yesterday's was a Halloween project. Like I said, just wanting to sample this one again. I think we're good to go, but I thought we'd try it again before we list the papers. This one's obviously small for what we're doing here. Trying to decide what to do. I got out a stamp here. So let's actually look here. I was just going to put the stripe at the top, but now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll put it at the top and the bottom. I thought I had one of these for myself, but apparently I don't, so I got out a new one. But I could put a thin stripe at the top and bottom. Well, naturally it doesn't fit perfectly, which, you know, what are the odds that it would? I don't know. It'd be a lot easier to only have to do it at the top, wouldn't it? Or the bottom. What do I want to do? I don't know. Or I could have just got some molds out and finished out with leaves across, some smaller leaves in this one. This one just happens to be laying here. That might have been easier, but that's not what I got out, so I don't know. Anyway. Okay, let's try out this paper. This size is a 10 by 14. Mine used to be 12 by 12. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get 12 by 12 yet, so that all remains to be seen. But the papers I have right now are 10 by 14. And this is 18-pound tissue paper, so it's, you know, it's like recycled paper and Deborah Butcher papers, or Deborah Booker, I think is how you say that. I always say it wrong, but anyway, so it is, you know, a lot lighter than what I'm used to. So, which not bad, not, you know, just different. So let me just go ahead and water cut these out real quick. And then I won't have to fight with that excess. So I did a video last night with one of my Halloween design, which was a new one. This is a design, this is another, you know, like I said, I'm still not sure what we're doing. This paintbrush sucks. But no idea what we're doing yet. This is still, yeah, no idea if I can get 12 by 12. You know, that is what I really want. So anyway, but in the meantime, I'm trying to make my 12 by 12 designs fit a 10 by 20. So that means, you know, it's not fitting. So, you know, this is cut off a little bit at the top. It goes clear to the bottom. Not ideal, but, you know. And, you know, some of the other designs look fine. This one doesn't look as good, but, you know, it still works. It can work. And one thing I didn't like, a couple of the designs have a little bit of white border around it, so just know you might get one of those. And that's something I have emailed the owner about. I mean, there's obviously ways to work around that. That's not the end of the world. But moving forward, yeah, we've got a lot of talking to do. And they're not the only ball game in town, but I have ordered these, and what, you know, they are for sale. You know, I'd like you guys to try them out if you want to. You don't have to. But yeah, we're going to see. I mean, I can use them, no problem. But I want to see what everybody else thinks too, or at least some of you anyway. Okay, I think this is where we're going to go with it. So let's sit down some decoupage medium here. I'm using Decoupage varnish and glue from Pentart. I'm going to do a section at a time. I want a nice, even, thin amount with no chunks, preferably. And then I'm going to spritz my paper. And lay it down. And I did rip mine last night. If you watched that video I put on yesterday. I got a little rammy, but I fixed it. Okay. All right, now we're going to work from the other side in sections. We'll probably do 2 more sections. And again, I don't want it very thick. I had it a little thick last night and it still worked out fine. I could feel that there was enough on there, but you know, on the thicker paper, I could take my felt squeegee and squeegee that out, but on this, I think I would have ripped the paper, so definitely want to have a nice, even, thin layer. Ooh, and I want to spray that. Okay. Shoot, I didn't mean to spray the whole thing, but I did. I forgot. But that is laying down beautifully, thanks to the water. And that I learned from Miss Royce at Recycled Treasures. And this is the exact same way we were doing my papers too. I just have to be gentler, which is not easy for me. Okay, let's go ahead and put on the rest of our medium here. I have to pull back and slow down. I'm always in a hurry. Again, nice, thin, even layer. We gotta make sure we get it all covered though, because if we got a bald spot, it's not gonna stick there. Okay. Just, I could see some was already dried or I hadn't hit it completely the first time with water, so went ahead and spritzed that again. Just getting it laid down in there gently and hopefully flatly. And it looks like I should have made my paper a little bit shorter. It stretches a little bit with the water on it. I hate to tear it now because I think I'm just gonna leave it and try to cut it later. Because it shouldn't have decoupage medium on that part, right? Okay. Got a little wrinkle there, but just circling it with my finger there, I think got that out. I see a little one there, it's gone now. Just trying to look at it in the different directions in the light, just taking my finger lightly. As far as I can tell, it's taking care of it. Okay, now let's seal it with our decoupage medium. Like I said yesterday, I've got a little bit of chunkage in mine, in my decoupage medium, so you leave it open too long, it gets a little crusty around the edges, and you'll have that, but do better than me. Don't leave yours open too long, hopefully. Just getting it covered everywhere. And again, I just want a nice, thin, even coverage. Nice, soft brush. Once I have it all covered, I want to make sure I'm going all the same direction. Try to make sure I don't have any excess on there. Want that to dry nice and hopefully not have brush strokes, or not too many. Mod Podge will give you some, can give you some pretty nasty brush strokes. I stay away from Mod Podge. Okay. Let's dry that and see what we got. Okay, as I was drying it, I noticed it was not sticking here, so I must not have gotten my decoupage medium all the way to the edge. So I have pulled it back and am reapplying there, or applying for the first time apparently. Can't have that. So I was just gonna dry it off camera. I was like, well, you might need to see that. Hopefully that got it down now. You need me?
Nope. You're recording?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
We're done doing chores.
Okay, I have it dried now. Hubby came through, so I talked to him for a second. Okay. I'm going to try to cut off my excess now. I don't know how sharp these razor blades are. They feel sharp, but I could be, you know, who knows. I have no fingernails left. I need some tweezers. Okay, so anyway, so far, I mean, the paper, what we needed to know, we know. The paper's fine. We knew it was going to be thinner. And some people like that. Some people thought the paper was plenty thick before, which I liked that part of it. Oh crap, I don't know what just launched. Okay. Didn't know what went into my trash can. It was my ink pad. Okay. And I definitely had decoupage medium on it this time, so if you've ever tried to get off excess that has decoupage medium on it after it's dried, oh my gosh, that is hard to do without making a real mess. And yeah, it's glue, and it is glued on there good. So I do not want to wait to get this off any longer than I have to. And like I said, my mistake. I should have cut it shorter. And I kind of thought that in the back of my mind, but because it does stretch when you add the water to it, so I knew better. I just didn't do better. So you guys can do better. I'm here just to make all the mistakes so you don't have to. I really just do them on purpose. Not. Okay. Okay. I think that's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna dry these edges real quick here. I think that looks actually quite beautiful. Turn it around so you can see it. Lord knows whether I've been in camera or not. Okay, I think it looks really good. Okay, let's figure out what we're gonna do. Actually, I really think I need to paint this a tan color. I feel like I'm gonna turn off the camera so I can find some tan. That didn't take long, seriously. Okay, this is putty. I think it'll work. There's much more than that in here, but it's I'm just afraid, I don't know, that this white will be too white. And I probably should have a plan for how I'm doing this, but I don't. As far as, do I want a straight line across this bottom? Because it's clearly not. Where it meets this, I don't know, I guess I'm hoping the stamp will cover it up. But I'm just thinking it's gonna show through, and I don't feel like the stark white is gonna go with everything else the best. So I probably should have just painted a color such as this underneath, but I didn't. But it's fine. So I'll just do a little, I'm gonna wet this down a little bit. I'm at the bottom of the barrel, so it's pretty thick. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a wispy edge, but this is a pretty nice brush, so I don't know how much wisp it's gonna do. Not much. All right, I gotta get a crappy chip brush here, so. They're really the only ones that can do a wispy look, as far as I'm concerned. There we go. Put that down a little bit more. Okay, now I gotta do the other end, other side. Okay. And I'm probably gonna need this little brush to cut in. It's about time for me to refill several of my bottles in here. The putty is low, the parchment is getting low. I think I'm out of cathedral taupe. Yeah. Oh, I think there's more in here than I thought. Yeah. But it is getting pretty thick. Still isn't much. Okay. I'll put that in water. I got more on my paper than I wanted to. If that was wet, that would probably come off. It should come off because we've sealed it. Okay, and just give me another razor blade. I see down here on this end, I did not get all the way to the end, cutting that off. Okay. All right, let's use our crappy little chip brush, which I so lovingly refer to them as. Okay, I'm actually gonna go in through here a little bit, just because my paper, it wasn't perfect. Yeah, that's way more than I wanted. I should have used a 1-inch brush. That's not too bad. It'll dry a little bit lighter yet, I think. Okay, I'm out of places to put stuff. I've done too many projects today. It's not like I started out with a clean slate either. Okay. I should have done a little bit more over here. Of course, I put my paintbrush in the water already. Oh, who cares? There's going to be a stamp there. Okay. Trying to decide how much I want on there. I don't know. I rough it up a little. It's brand new. Nothing major there, just I think you're supposed to do that when they're new. And maybe after you've used them a few times too. I want to say that's called seasoning it, but good grief. I could be wrong, so don't listen to me. Okay, and I'm going to use a dark brown stamp, or ink, I mean. I want to make sure that fits up in there. Okay, I believe it does. Now I got to figure out exactly. I think we'll go thicker on the bottom, so maybe we'll go, I hate to go over our pumpkin too much though. It's got to be a thicker on the bottom than a thinner. I'm just going to talk myself through it. And we'll do that one and that one. Well, then we do the same thing on the top, I guess. That's what we're going to do. I don't know how I'm going to make them join together without it looking ridiculous, but I don't know. I'm about to find out. Okay, so these are the ones I want down here. And I don't want it super, I don't want it perfect at all. I don't want it super dark. Oh, Lord. Let's see how this goes. It's on now. Some people use a brayer to roll across here. I just don't think all that's quite necessary. Well, okay, that didn't turn out so good because this is all plenty wet. I mean, I knew I couldn't really do a transfer on here yet, but I didn't think ink would be that bad on here. So, I kind of got to go ahead with this though now. I mean, I really should. I really should wait and let it dry, but I'm too impatient for that. So we're just going to go ahead and screw up the whole project with my impatience, okay? Okay. That's what we're going to do. And I'm oh, that is not lined up. That's it. I'm sure I'm just smearing it. Now, see, I got that so much darker than the rest. Okay, so to try to fix that, let's see if we can find our antiquing glaze from Fusion that we had out yesterday, because it's still right here. And just kind of blend that in. I do wish those were a little darker there, but actually, I should have dried that part first. This I did heat set with the heat gun because I'm using StazOn ink. And I think think it is, you know, not semi-permanent. So I think you can set it with heat. So let's hope that was enough for that one. That end doesn't seem to be smearing. But I think we're okay. Not ideal, but we're fudging through it. You know, I'm always here for all the mishaps, you know. You know, because... So if you, you know, you won't have to do this in the future because I have already done it for you. I've already made all the mistakes. I'm just going to blot some of that off. I don't want to press too hard and smear anything because we did just do this. Okay, that's not the end of the world. I can live with that. I'm trying to see, that looks... We need to get some of that off of there. Okay. I can live with that. Okay. Nobody has to know what a crap show this has been, right? We won't tell. Okay, is this the top? Okay, I want to make sure you can see my hands. Let's do it again. What's your name? Okay. So we're going to go with the top two. And I'm going to dry it a little bit more. But still, we know that's only, you know, surface dry. You know, we've got... I painted it with 2 layers of parchment from Fusion to start with. And then we've decoupaged. And then we've added this paint. And we've had, you know, the decoupage medium on there. So, I mean, it's got quite a few layers on there that, you know, it's had a lot going on. We know that's not all completely dry. So... why would I expect the miracle of this to not stick on there? And why would I do it again so soon? Because I'm impatient and I want to be done. And I want to post this video. I am inking it more this time because I liked the more solid look, but I'm sure that'll be my downfall. As if everything else hasn't been my downfall. Okay, I'm trying to get off anything extra that I didn't need, but oh, you know, there's gonna be something amiss. Okay, how bad is it? It's stuck pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this little bit down here. Okay. Okay. I think I could tell where I didn't press it with my fingers. It wasn't as dark, so. Okay. Let's hit it with the heat gun. All right. And maybe I'll actually use a paintbrush this time with the, you know, antiquing glaze. I think it's coming along okay. Actually, none of it pulled up that time. I'm just now realizing. Bye, Greg. And I could put this all over. Ooh, I thought about doing, well, if I was doing this live, if I wasn't being such a chicken. I don't know why I'm scared to do lives anymore. I don't know why. Anywho. Thought about doing Crackle all over. The Crackle stamp, that is. Maybe I should take a picture of it now. And then, if it turns out horrible, I would still have a nice picture of it before it turned bad. Yeah, it might be taking off too much. I'm just gonna blot a little. So I got the antiquing glaze on pretty thick. Okay, let's try that some. Also trying to decide if I should go down the sides with a little bit of antiquing glaze or not. I'll just leave it be. I feel like it needs it. Is that the same? It's not the brush. Where did it go? Well, heck, I don't know what I did with it. I see a lot of other brushes that need to go, and maybe I put it in the, I don't think I did. I swear I just set it down. We'll just put a little down the crevice. Okay, so this could be done here. We could quit here. Just gotta decide if we want to put any Crackle, the Crackle stamp on. Oh shoot, I didn't have the Crackle stamp in here. Hey Courtney,
What?
do you know if the Crackle stamp, is it in the breezeway?
I have no idea.
Could you check, please? So I don't see it in here. I looked before I came on. I do have to seal this because I have that glaze on there. Definitely got to see. Well, and I might have to get out a new one because I don't know where it is. It's the Imperial Crackle stamp, but I only have the Imperial part in here for some reason. And maybe that's my cue to stop there, but I don't want to stop. Let me take a gander here real quick. Nope, I don't see it. I'm gonna grab one. Ooh. I'm gonna shut this off real quick. All right, I'm back. This is the Imperial Crackle stamp, if you don't already have it. Actually, I'm starting to think this might be one of them that I ran through the dishwasher. Don't do that. It does them no good. Molds, on the other hand, they can take it. But... okay. I think I'm just gonna use the brown again. And we'll see what happens. If I hate it, I can wipe it off if I do it quickly. And now I do kind of wish I knew where my brayer was. Oh shoot, why did I do that when we know this may not work? Oh, but I do like it. I do like it. Okay. It's gonna work. Okay. I'm gonna dry it some more. Kind of heat set that. Okay, and I don't know if I'll even worry about that. Well, maybe I will. I'll just do a little bit up in that corner. Okay, good enough. Do some down here. Anybody watch the Charlie Sheen documentary? Some weird, wild stuff. I've forgotten how many movies he had been in. Crazy to have that much talent, and yeah. Let it all, I mean, I guess that's a disease, right? Which he's been sober for 7 years, I believe, so hope he can stay that way. Pretty cool, except for where I'm screwing it up, but it's okay. Just because I'm impatient. Of course, Greg says, worst documentary ever. It's just like, I don't know. He didn't think there was enough information, I guess. I don't know what he's thinking, but wasn't good enough for Greg. Just filled in a couple parts there. Okay. I think that's kind of cool. There, I think, is the biggest part that I screwed up. So we have learned that we should, it's not just transfers that we need to wait on to dry. We should even wait before doing stamps. That is still showing a little bit too. I could paint, but I don't want to. What about, I wonder how wax would do on there. So all my waxes are all over here. Okay, that's not terrible. Put it in a couple places. It looks intentional, right? We might try wax down here too. Yep, that's better. And we'll just go ahead with some wax up in those seams everywhere. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pause you for a bit. Okay, if you do crushed glass and resin, I think this would be a good one for that. I think, you know, especially in the centers there, I think that would be really, really pretty. Well, although you would have to tape up your sides and all that, but that's something I'm wanting to play with one of these days. I have all the stuff, but not the time. So anyway, what I do have are these little beads that I might just put in the center. I'm gonna try that. I don't have brown beads is the problem, or if no, I just don't think I do. So anyway, I'm gonna try this anyway. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, we're gonna try it. Like I said, I kind of wish I could take a picture of this before. And I would actually like to seal this before. Actually, I might go ahead and seal this. Okay. I'm going to use this Pentart Varnish Mist. It's semi-gloss. Oh, shoot. I have a little clog. Shoot. That's not gonna be good. So I might have to just wait and do it. I don't have to clean out my spray thing. So I will probably just shellac this when I get it all done. So anyway, back to what I was doing. I'm gonna try to do this anyway. This is 3D Gloss Gel Transparent. So I'm just gonna try this anyway. Kind of wishing I would chicken out about now because it looks so pretty. And this glue does dry transparent. I think I probably need to go the whole distance though, don't I? The whole circumference of the inside. That is some thick stuff. I got a feeling I'm going to be using it a lot more in the future on some projects. Thought it'd be fun to give it some dimension, but I don't know if it's gonna be that cute or not. Like I said, brown would have been my pick, but I have like green, and I think this is a gray and a white. Or maybe it's clear. And red. I've wanted to play with these forever. And I've played with them a little, but not much. They're fun for flower centers and stuff like this. So yeah, I think I have too much on here, too many beads anyway, and or not enough product, but I don't know that I can really put more product on with beads on. I don't know. I think you probably gotta have the product on first, because clearly this is not working out so good. I think I'll let that dry and then see where it's at. And then, you know, keep whatever is not stuck. And then when it's all dry, I will hit it with the shellac. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna take off. Geez, that was quite a bit. I'm just making a mess. Okay, I'm gonna quit messing. Okay, I'm gonna quit. Or I may mess with it a little bit more, but I think I'm quitting. I'll see you later. Okay, I changed my mind. I just took my mixed media spatula and I'm taking them off. And it's a waste of all those beads and I hate it, but I'm not feeling it. Maybe if they were brown, maybe not, but not feeling it. Thought I better take them off now. I mean, this is like 30 seconds after I ended the video, so. So now I've got a little bit of texture with that glue. Man, one of those hot beads jumped off there and landed on my leg. It was hot. Okay. Okay, I think, I don't know. I hate to do any more to it. I might take just a little more wax and try to blend in what's white there on here. I don't want to tear off anymore. And what did I do with that one? I don't know. It's been a long day. I think this is my third video I have shot today. That sounds like I'm a movie star. So not a movie star. If you could see me now. Actually, I'm going to use that and kind of pull it out a little bit more. Into the petals even. Covering it up, using it to cover up, but then I think we're also enhancing it a little bit. So anyway, I hope I explained what's going on with the papers. They're 10 by 14. They're 18-pound weight, which is just like Recycled Treasures. It's just lighter weight than what I've been getting. I'm not saying I'm married to this at all, but it's something. It's been a nightmare trying to find a new place. Yeah. People don't call back. People don't give you quotes. People. And yeah, so I'm stuck waiting. I'm tired of waiting. I'm trying to get samples from places, and this is a sample. And it's okay. It's doable. Yeah, so we're not married to it by far, but giving it a go. So if you happen to order some, I definitely need some feedback. And they're going to be the same price as the other ones. I mean, because I'm actually paying more at this point. Yeah. Don't get me started. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I've got to seal this yet. But that's what she looks like as of right now. Completely doable. I do love it. It turned out very pretty. Minus the beads. Those were a flop. Those I did not care for. But that has nothing to do with the paper. And we enhanced our paper with all the mistakes I made. Enhanced it with the wax and the wax and the wax. Anywho, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.